Last Sunday afternoon, I had the benefit of a free afternoon. It was great. And it just so happened to fall on the Sunday of the Masters tournament. I know you thought I was going to talk about Palm Sunday, but I thought I'd start first with the Masters tournament. For those of you who don't know, the Masters tournament is a golf tournament, one of 4 what they call major tournaments that happen every year. And in the last round, in the Sunday round, it's a little back and forth between some of the leaders. And the one leader in particular, Rory McIlroy is his name. He's from Ireland. He's playing particularly well all weekend. And of the 4 major tournaments, he had won 3, but had yet to win the Masters tournament held in Augusta, Georgia, not far from here. And so it came down to the 18th, the last hole of the tournament. And all he had to do was hit a 6-7 foot putt to win. Did he hit it? No, he did not. And so now the tournament continues. And now they play hole after hole, the 2 men who had finished in a tie until one beats the other. I won't make it any more suspenseful for those of you maybe who don't know what happened, but it only took 1 hole. And on that very same green, he sunk a putt to win the tournament and immediately collapsed onto the green and was convulsing in tears. It was a very powerful moment. And then to see him stand up and greet his caddy and his wife and his children and other players, and just the tears streaming down his face. I'm sitting in my living room, kind of leaning back on the sofa. I'm crying a little bit with him. What's the matter with me? What was so moving? Find myself a little sniffly, feeling so good for the guy. Why would I get moved by an event like that? You know, the next day, he woke up a few $1 million richer, and I woke up. Our lives, his life very much changed, my life very much the same. Oh, sure, as it turned out, I got to play the next day, that last Monday, I got to play in a charity tournament. And you know, people were talking about it. They were just saying how wonderful it was for the guy. God bless him. And I'm still a mediocre golfer. And he's a Masters champion. So what? I think that dynamic happens for far too many of us on Easter Sunday. something glorious happens. And we're moved. Truly, we're moved. And the next day, Jesus is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, seated on his throne in resurrected glory. And I wake up. Well, I wake up. Is that all this is? Is that all we've done here tonight, is just recount a story of history where we all get to sit and be spectators and watch and applaud and get a little moved? Maybe we talk about it a little bit tomorrow. Oh, it was a beautiful Mass last night. Oh, it was so beautiful. And maybe even Monday we talk about it. You should have been at St. Patrick's Saturday night. It was gorgeous, really. And then Tuesday, not so much. And by Wednesday, it could be the middle of summer. Is this it? Is this all we're here to do? No. No. My brothers and sisters, we are not here as spectators. We are not here just to marvel at the glory of God and wake up tomorrow and be the same. That is not what the baptism we are about to celebrate for these, our newest brothers and sisters, that is not what that means. It's quite something greater, quite something more intensive. Dare I say, it's something quite more experiential. That you and I are different because of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. We're not just observers, we're participants. We are immersed fully in the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. How? How's that going to happen? How does that need to happen for you and for me tonight and tomorrow and the day after? First and foremost, we have got to acknowledge the tombs of our lives. You can't rise unless you die. You can't be brought to new life unless you acknowledge the stink, the dankness of your former life. We cannot rise with Christ unless we're ready to let go of our previous tomb. Where is that for you? You got to call it out. You got to say what it is. You got to know what it is. And you got to be willing to say, Lord, come into that tomb, into that broken relationship, into that habitual sin I can't get rid of, into that circumstance that just weighs me down. Come into that tomb, Lord. That's where I need resurrection, and you know it as well as I do. And even into the areas I'm not even as well aware of as I should be. That's where we start experiencing the truth of what we celebrate here tonight. Where is your tomb? Where is that death in your life that is keeping you from rising, keeping you from experiencing the fullness? Secondly, we've got to believe in the power of baptism. For too many of us, how many of us were baptized as children? Great and not so great all at the same time. I'm glad that we're all here tonight because we get to see it again and again with these, our brothers and sisters who are about to be baptized. We forget. We don't realize the power of that sacrament, that it sustains us in our connection to Jesus Christ, that as we profess what we believe about him, that we are immersed into the death and resurrection of Jesus. That immersion into the pool, into that cleansing water, that is something that changes us. And we've got to stop living like we have never been baptized. You know, the people that are going to be baptized tonight, you know they'll always remember this. May we who have been baptized years ago claim tonight the truth of what's already happened for us. And it's in that act of being baptized that we are united with Christ. And we're no longer the same. It's not we just sit and watch. No, we are one with him. We are the Master's champions with him in the resurrection. We're different. We're winners through baptism. And lastly, there's something about a powerful experience that needs to be shared. We've got to share it. But will it be enough for you to just say, oh, really pretty at St. Patrick's? Not if you've experienced new birth. Not if you've been raised out of that tomb. How willing are you to go out into this world that doesn't know the experience that we've had as believers, doesn't know it? How willing are you to be willing to share it? These people who have come to be with us tonight, who have come to place themselves at the fount, have done so because there have been other people in their lives who have been willing to share what this experience has meant. And not just some teary, I'm watching something and it moves me and then, like a television show. No. That's the beauty of adult baptism. You stand up here and people are watching. And people are going to wonder about you tomorrow. Yes, they will wonder about you tomorrow. And the next day, and the next. Wasn't she just baptized? Isn't he Catholic? It's different. It's greater than a green jacket. It's completely transformational, but everyone knows. And everyone's watching. Are you willing to talk about it? Are you willing to witness to your faith to a world that needs it? I'm not telling you who, I'm not telling you how, but when you've had this experience of new life, you can't help, I'll own it, I can't help but share it. Oh yeah, that's your job, you're the bishop. That's what we're paying you the big bucks for. Get up there and share it. You know what you're paying me the big bucks for? To inspire you to go and share it. I can't go where you go. I won't meet who you'll meet. This great joy that is ours tonight needs to be shared. We should blow the doors off of this place in our desire to get out there and say, my life is different. I've risen with Christ. I'm no longer in those tombs. And I can't live my life without desiring you to be with me in that. Praise God for the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Praise God for the glory of the resurrection. Praise God that we get to share in it. That when we wake up tomorrow, we are different. We're different now. We've been immersed in the glory of Christ's death and resurrection and baptism. Praise God that he sent his Son to baptize us all. Let's listen to his final words to us and get out there and baptize the nations.